Hi everyone, this is Fabiola Monsivais. I'm recording my philosophy, mind and body oral assignment for Hashi, a Dog's Tale. For our second slide, the character and its emotion, we have in the movie Hachi the Dog's Tale, Hachi the dog is the main character. He goes through a sad period where he loses his owner, although he does not lose hope to see him again. The dog emotions are negative, a loss, a grief, that perhaps he will not see his dearest owner again, scared of losing him, hoping that if he waits a little longer under that tree he will soon see him again, hope that one day the professor will come back. We also know that the movie Hachi starts with the Professor Parker finding Hachi at the train station. He holds compassion for the little dog and takes him home. Later on in the movie, we see how Hachi the dog follows the professor every day to the train station and how the dog waits for him to come back. Later on, the professor suffers a heart attack in one of the classes and perishes. Without knowing this, Hachi believes he will one day see him again by waiting every day at the train station, waiting for his partner to come back home. But the Professor Parker never does, and with the years floating ahead, the dog finally perishes in the same spot he waited in the train station, meeting the professor on death route, reunited in the afterlife. For the third slide, we have substance dualism. Substance dualism, also known as Cartesian dualism, states that the mind and body are distinct and are in fact two separate substances. Mental can exist outside of the physical. For our fourth slide, we have substance dualism in Hashi. As we know substance dualism, we can know that Hashi, the dog mind, was in a different place than his body. His body was, of course, waiting in the train station, but where was his mind? We cannot know it since he is a dog, and we cannot speak to dogs, but we can infer that the mind was thinking of his owner, worried of where he could be. Then when will he come back home? Where did the master go? This gives us an idea of how the body and mind are two separate things. On the fifth slide, the identity theory. Identity theory, also known as mind-brain identity, is known of how the mind and the brain are the same things. Part of the mind are parts of the brain. Mental states are identical to brain states. Almost meaning like the mental is physical. Identity theory in the movie Hashi. When Hashi felt pain, hurt, sadness, or not for not seeing his master come back to him, his mind was thinking on waiting a little more, staying a bit more and wait. Every time he thought of how hurt not seeing his master again, he thought of I should wait just a little more. Even though it was snowing, raining, he was thirsty, he waited because the pain that felt he sat and not seeing his owner. In our seventh slide, an argument is a set of statements called premises that are said to help you believe the final statement, called the conclusion. And deductive argument guarantees that the argument conclusion is true. In our eighth slide, the deductive argument in practice, substance dualism. The mind is separate from the body. I know this because there has been statements of people close to death and say they have seen farther than the present. There has been people saying that there have been heaven and others saying they have seen their past flash before their eyes. These are been statements of people's bodies that have stopped working and have promised seeing the afterlife, people whose hearts stop beating and brains have turned off. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening. Today is Thursday, March 6th of 2025. And again, thank you for listening.